Hello, welcome to my channel and welcome to the last day of Junk Journal July. Crowd goes wild. Ah, very exciting. So, if you've watched any of my videos, I have finished through day 24. So, today I'm going to do day 25 through 31. And you got to think, oh, this is going to take forever. No, it's not. I have everything prepped, ready to go. The first day I do have a little tutorial, a little fun project. I probably should do this on its own video, but I think it'll be quick enough. That'll be something you guys can do on your own. It's very fun. And then the rest are pretty much just glue the item in place, explain why I decided, and be done with it. So, all right, so first off, day 25. Hopefully I don't get the days mixed up. I tend to do that. All right, so day 25 is actually in the book already, and here it is. Got a little postcard tucked in there, and you think, oh, well, that's not very exciting, Lisa. Well, this is the fun part. Dun, 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 dun. Look at that. Tip in. Fun, huh? Look at that. I have this bottom one tucked in for a journaling spot, glued in. These two are just decorated and sit there. Fun. Okay, move this out of the way and show you how I did that. So, real simple. Just a couple steps to do it. So, I took 3 of my harder masterboard that I would do for tuck spaces, journal cards, etc. You could take pretty much any square rectangle shape that you want to do this, but I thought this was a great size to do for it. So, the first thing you do is find 3 things that are the same size. Now, if they're a little off, as long as the front one kind of covers it, then you don't realize what it is, then that's perfect. But I did cut them down so they're pretty much the same size. All right, so you're gonna lay the 3 out that you want to have in your whoosh. Now note that the middle one is upside down. It's gonna end up like this because it gets twisted in the book. It starts up and it gets upside down. So you want to lay out the 3 that you want to be finished, but you want to flip the middle one around, okay? All right, so the top 2 we're going to put together, and we are going to put a hole in the lower left-hand corner. Put my glasses on. You can use a hole punch, a pokey tool. I am using my craftideas. I am using the smaller size hole, and I'm using bigger brads. Now the reason I'm doing the smaller hole and the bigger brads is I want to make sure that the legs of it goes through and has room to swivel, and then the bigger head so it covers the hole. And I did put it pretty far enough in because you want to make sure that the legs don't stick out the back or out to the front. All right, so we're going to pull that, and it's hard to tell now, but it's going to go whoosh like that and be correct. I'm going to whoosh it back. All right, so for the back 2, you are going to want to hook the upper right. Or I'm sorry. Yeah, the upper right of the back one. So we're going to put that back together. And we're going to put that there, and we're going to hook, get this out of the way, and we're going to hook the upper, hard to tell, there we go, flip it down. Okay, we're going to flip the upper right-hand corner, or not flip it, we're going to, that's where we're going to put the brad. Small hole, in far enough. Track down the second brad that has run away, and we're going to put that in there, and we're going to put that in. Now you can cover up those brads if you want to, but they're not really, these parts aren't tucked, so they're not going to really get stuck. So we're going to go boom, 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 and there we go. Now I did add in this one a faux whale tail that I had to put a tab on there. You don't have to if you don't want to, but that way you can kind of tell what it is. And I grabbed one real quick. So you can grab a, like I said, a faux whale tail or whatever tab you want just to glue that on there. So you have something to grab onto. And then there you go. Decorate as you find necessary. And go. Now if you want to decorate it before you put the brads on, you can do that. So you know which way is up, how you want to finish it. But you just got to remember that when you lay the 3 out, the middle one needs to get flipped upside down before you hook it together. And once again, you take the top 2, brad in the lower right hand corner, and then you flip that other way, put the bottom, middle and the back one together, and the brad in the upper right hand corner. And there you go. Tip in, flip out, major journal card, fun spot to hide things, extra place to put extra pictures, and also a fun tuck spot. Now if you just wanted to glue it in and not have it, you could do that too, but I thought since this is sitting at the bottom, you might as well have an extra spot for something. So there we go, day 25 plus a tutorial. Fun. Okay. All right, get back in there. All right, day 26. Now day 26, this is sort of a tutorial too, just a fun thing that I've decided to do. Now I have, this one is gonna be kind of an unexpected thing, and washi tape. So, say you got a picture of a bird. It's a nice shaped bird, but it's an ugly bird. I mean, got a snake. Ooh. So what I've done is I've cut the picture into a square before I fussy cut it, and I flipped it over and I covered it in washi tape. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip it back over and I'm going to fussy cut it to the bird shape, and it'll just be a washi tape bird. Now I still can't find my little scissors, so I'm going to do this with big scissors, and I'm going to speed it up so you don't have to watch me fussy cut this, but I wanted to show you how I had glued, and also before, since this was a book page, you can't see it, but I put white paper on the back because the washi tape is see-through. So I put the white paper on there. I also made it a little thicker, and then I put the washi tape on there. So, all right, so now we're going to cut and fast forward for you. Okay, I am back. So there is the bird. Now probably even better if it had a beak, beak in the bird. So I'm gonna kind of fake a bird here. Okay. Now obviously I could have done this on any piece of cardboard whatsoever, but it was a good way to mimic an actual bird shape. I probably would do one maybe more with feet on there in the future, but this way it is a bird that is pretty. All right, so I'm going to glue these down to get the page done for 26. So I'm going to put you back in fast mode, so you don't have to worry about watching me glue. I just want to say that I just added this on the bottom just to anchor the floral. I thought the floral was pretty for the bird, and then this was just a tag just to add a little bit. These are my stamp tags. It has some floral in it. I thought it was kind of an interesting accent for it. So, all right, I'm going to glue. right, there we go. Day 26, a little unexpected, little washi. If this was stuck, I probably would have put the flowers down a little lower. Did not judge that properly, so not my favorite page, but I do like the technique about creating something pretty out of something maybe not so pretty. So, all right, so there we go. Day 27. All right, so this one I'm going to do a quote. So I found this quote: "Beauty is truth, truth is beauty. An ode on a Grecian urn, John Keats." So I thought that was pretty. It is a sticker from one of the antiquarian sticker books. This Bibliophilia one has quite a few quotes in there, actually. I was quite surprised. And there's actually some pretty fun ones in there. So actually thinking about making a series on journal quotes on postcards maybe, or something, or making journal cards or something, because there's some fun ones out there. I did back it on a little bit of paper just to make it a little bit stronger, because I was thinking of making it, gluing it down, making it kind of a tuck for possible notes or something like that. But I loved how those colors, it just randomly matched beautifully. So this is just to ground it. Nothing really special about it. I like the colors. I grunged it up quite a bit. I figured if it was an ode to a Grecian urn, it would be kind of old. So that's why I did that. And we're gonna glue this just on the bottom. Like that. And put it down there. And there we go. So like I said, I'm not going to put anything in there right now, because it's going to be kind of still kind of loose, but it is going to be just like I said, just a little tuck spot to put something in there. So, okay, that would be the budget 27. All right, so 28 is this buckle page. Now I'm going to cover it completely, and what I've done is decided to choose favorite author, favorite movie. What's it called? There's favorite author, and then there's also a TV show or films. So I kind of combined the two, and I picked Stephen King. I did download a picture of several of his better books. It's got Salem's Lot, Misery, Carrie, The Shining, The Stand, It, Pet Sematary, Cujo. Who doesn't love Cujo? So I found a piece of paper that kind of looked like old wallpaper, and kind of grunted it up a little bit, and I used some stamps. Condemned, I thought was great for the scary movies, Amusement Only, Finest in the World, and Perfection, and then the hand ticket for like a movie. So I thought that was kind of a nice tie into it. So I couldn't really justify anything for the buckles, or really had anything for it. So I decided to just kind of just cover it up with this paper. And if you saw the first video I did when I created this book, I explained that I used these very neutral papers so that they wouldn't distract away from the items, and that I wouldn't feel bad about covering up, because they really were not meant to show anything. So it is covered up. It's got a bit of, little metal showing through, but that's fine. Yeah. All right. So there is that page. I love it. Yeah. I didn't think I was going to do the author movie one, but the more I thought about it, it kind of really felt good to do both of them, because that's great stuff. So, all right, so this is a half page here that I had tucked in. I have inked it, grunted it out, because what I've decided to use wasn't fully fitting in there. So this one is going to be, was it Nature? or in the wild, I guess you could, yeah, nature, in the wild, and splatter, I believe, is on here too somewhere. Yeah, splatters. So what I've done is I took this page. This had some splatters on there from when I was doing my inking on my index cards, and I just added more of the coffee dyed kind of splooches that I have here with, get that back in there before I lose it. I used Rustic Wilderness and Rusty Hinge for the two colors. To do the stamps, I added the Tim Holtz stamp there, and then I just have a mushroom because it's a wild mushroom. So in the wild and splatters, I thought was a good tie-in. So that's why I used the colors of the rustic. What is it called? Rustic. Lord, I just said it. Rustic Wilderness and the Rusty Hinge. I thought those were good colors to go with that. So all we need to do is glue this page in. Now I did try to add a little bit of water to the stamps as I was using the coffee splooges, just to kind of hopefully make it spread out a little bit and make it look more inky, sploogey. And I did a lot of the shadow where I stamped it once and stamped it again, just to give it shades of the colors. But you can see how some of the colors ran after I was adding the water. Oh, and I also used my random splatter stamp to hit corners and stuff like that, just to add a few more splatter spots. All right, so get the mushroom for the wild mushroom and the splatters, and there we go. Okay, well that was a fun page to do. Definitely a little more artsy than I normally would do with the splatters, but yeah, I like it. And I just realized the top of that mushroom's got those little dots similar to that. Look at the tie-in. Okay. All right, so this side, when I flipped it over, what am I on, 29? 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. Oh, we're on 30 already. So when I flipped over to 30, I said this kind of looked like those stalks that are at the tall grasses that you'll see in the prairie. At least by me, because Illinois, I live in, is the prairie state. So there we go. So I thought this would be great for a little minimalist page. So I found a butterfly, put him up there, and I found a little label. It says number 10646, kind of like a specimen. So I'm going to glue that on the bottom. Very simple, as if this was a find somewhere. And I'm going to glue the butterfly up here. No inking, no extra anything, just minimalist nature. Yeah. And the butterfly, it was there's a Tim Holtz butterfly, as well as a mini tag for Tim Holtz. I liked this butterfly had a bit of green in there, which is just kind of the green that's in there, as well as this tag sort of had a greenish hue to it. So minimalist. Now this can definitely be used to journal later if I feel like it. On there, it's a great space for it, but yeah, it just adds to it. All right, 30. All right, 31. Dun, dun, dun. I went very simple. I took a piece of my craft cardstock that I had used. Glitters didn't like it, but the back was brown. I used some of my faux washi tape that I made that I stamped on my masking paper, and I put that on this as a border for the page. So all I'm going to do is glue this on as if it is, or that it's a tuck spot for future items. So we're just going to add glue to the three sides, the top and the bottom, and then the back or the outside page. of it. And it's a little thicker, so I'm gonna go like that. And we're gonna put that. I know, could I have gone any simpler for 31, but it is the 31st, and I wanted to get her done, as they say. So there we go. All right, so try my pen and knock some of these off of here. I never did daily snippet. I never sketched my view. I did do layers. That was the, and I do have borders. I did tip in. I have a quote, TV show, film. I've definitely got patterns. Favorite color I did. I didn't sketch anything. I did splatters. I had nature. Favorite author. I didn't do die cutting. So, all right. All right, let me see if I can see what time this is. Oh, okay. We're gonna do a flip through. So if you're done watching what this is, thanks so much for joining. But I'm going to do a flip through to show all the pages in case you haven't seen anything. And we're not going to fit in there, so we are going to just hold you. I'm going to tuck you in. See, there was a reason why I did the border on the last page. It just came to me right now, but we're gonna go with that. That was the reason I did it, so I could tuck the prompts in, right? Okay. All right, Junk Journal July is done. I do have a few extra pages if I wanted to add something. I wasn't sure if I'd do any double pages, but that's why I had them. So plenty of room if I want to add something in the future, but it is a chunky book. Okay. All right, so we started with, I have to clean this off. We started with creating the hard book. I used the Heirloom Fruits of America because I thought July Fruits was great. I did a hidden spine in there. Started off with my title page, July 2023, What a Mess, because I figured it was going to be just all over the place. And it ended up being that. First page, hellos. It's all about me, Lisa. That was fun. Led into stamps, and I use, this is all about me, I believe. I don't remember, you have to look back, but I like this page. It's got a bunch of things that I liked on there. 5 o'clock, I say 5 o'clock somewhere from the Netherlands. I think it wasn't kind of all about me page. I sewed. I like hockey. I like apples. Yeah. So. And then this was actually probably, I think, my only double page where I used it for labels that I thought were pretty. And then we have this page with a tuck. I might have done a quote once before. Not afraid of storms, for I'm learning to sail my ship. Yeah, I think I did a quote before. And then I did this pocket. Yeah. It's okay, you could do something twice, right? All right, now I know it came out, so I gotta go back in. Seriously. Oh, there we go. Silly pocket. All right, this was a surprise. This was a surprise belly band. You stick something under here, but then the surprise was these stuck inside. I still think that's lots of fun in there, so tuck that back in there. Little belly band for that. Pretty tuck, pretty postcard tag, and a pocket. These were a bunch of stamps. Very fun. The ones that I created on there, like that. Typography, I believe that was, with all the stamps and the letters. Well, I did, that was a double page too, I did it for typography. And this was another minimalist one I did, but also handwriting was on there. Do not allow, in the negative space, I believe. Do not allow negative thoughts to enter your space. That was negative space. Like how do not enter, stop. And then I've got one of my B papers that I actually finally got to sorting. bee journal, and this was a junk mail postcard that I had that flipped it up and posted July. I used stamps to do the letters. That was fun. And just some adding some fun things to that. And this is some gentlemen on sitting on things. I probably should get my pages out. Remember, I never labeled them. But they're fun. I like how they're sitting and standing on there. And this had a surprise space to journal something or to tuck something in a pocket. I thought those were pretty colors. This was frames. I still have the freebie frames up on my coffee account. If you haven't seen that, take a look. This was fun to do. Actually, it was quite challenging. I liked how it ended up, to get these interwoven into each other and have these people sitting in the frames. That was fun. This was a good contrast one, I believe mirrored too, and typography. I have me on there, and Junk Journal July, 7s. And this was a postcard, I believe. Got a postcard, pretty. I believe that's one of the freebies that were given out on the script. I can never say that too. Scrimping Mommy. That website. Stamped it with the blue, very fun. And then I believe this was using boxes, and I used a part of a Chewy box with my boopers. So I have the labels, or the outside of the box and the inside there. Favorite color was blue, I do remember that one. And then favorite season, fall. Gratitude and handwriting. Picture of my friends to the end. This one was, this might have been also in the wild, out in nature. Cardinal outside my window. And then this is mirrored and reflection. I used for the dog in the mirror with the reflection. Dog and her boopers. And then this one was layers. With the layered washi tape and layers on the ice cream. And then we're to our today. We did with the tip in, flip out. I love this. I think that is so fun. I'm going to probably use that more often. And so many fun things to it. It doesn't have to necessarily, like I said, be a tuck-in page for it, but definitely makes it fun. My washi tape bird, unexpected. My quote with the quick little tuck-in page there. Yeah, that'll work. And favorite author, favorite movies, Stephen King. In nature with the splatters, with the mushrooms, minimalist bird, and the final border. So. All right, well, that is it. That is my July Junk Journal July in a nutshell. It has been quite the adventure. Definitely challenging to keep up with it every day, but I'm glad I got it through. Very happy I got done with it. It really did stretch my thought process of doing journals. They don't always have to be as regimented as you think they can be. They can just be fun and whimsical. So that's going to be it for me today. Thanks for stopping by. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please do so. Definitely got some fun journals in the works, the bee journal that's up, and my waterfall journal, and other fun projects that I'll be working on. So don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and if you have, a thumbs up, like for the video would be awesome to see. And any comments, questions, I'm always here to answer. So that is going to be it for me today. Thanks so much, and have a wonderful and creative day. Bye now.